Welcome, dear brothers and sisters, to our channel. The spiritual life of an Orthodox Christian must always be filled with church services, spiritual reading, prayer, prostrations, and fasting. Yet we increasingly see people trying to make this life easier for themselves. During fasts, we often seek a blessing for some kind of leniency. We replace full prostrations with bows, read prayers sitting down, and look for a place to sit during the liturgy. Of course, if we're talking about an elderly or sick person who physically cannot stand through the liturgy or make prostrations, such concessions are justified. But today we'd like to speak about our zeal for God, our desire to endure something for Christ. This isn't about health, but about spirit. The Apostle Paul says, "Glorify God in your bodies and in your souls." These are not just words. From ancient times, people undertook physical labors for the Lord. They wanted to suffer, to endure something for God's glory. Some would walk for years to reach holy places, to venerate and pray at the Lord's tomb in Jerusalem. Christians prayed day and night in catacombs and caves. We've all read about the martyrs who gave their lives out of love for Christ, heart and soul. Prostrations, night prayers, strict fasting, long services, cross processions. All of this was once the norm of Orthodox life, even among ordinary people. You might say today, "I am weak. It's better for me to sit and think about God than to stand and think about my aching legs." Indeed, the Church gives full freedom in this. Just as God does not force anyone to save their soul, repent, or pray, the Church never imposes strict rules in spiritual life. But the Lord desires that it come from our heart, that by our love for Him, we ourselves wish to offer bodily labor and discipline. The issue is not so much about our physical weakness but our unwillingness to sacrifice for Christ. If someone told you to keep a strict fast to help heal your child, or stand through a service to resolve a personal crisis, wouldn't you try with all your might, without sparing yourself? Why? Because your heart is on fire for those things. So it's not about weakness, it's about love for God. Unfortunately, we've almost lost that fire of the soul that fuels zeal for God. Bodily labor, which is meant to ignite our hearts, has become something too difficult. But that's a trap of the enemy. The more we give to God, deny ourselves, endure, the more grace enters our hearts, the more strength we receive. That's why the Apostle urges us, "Glorify God in your bodies." If we don't do this, our soul will also stop glorifying and reaching for God. So what should we do to rekindle this flame of zeal in our hearts? We must compel ourselves to bodily prayer, keep the fast conscientiously, avoid seeking leniency without real need, read prayers standing, even at home, and make full prostrations when needed. In doing this, we show our love for God, we glorify Him, we thank Him. This kind of physical prayer helps rekindle love for God in our hearts. When we love someone, we want to give them our time, our effort, we want to do something to please them. The same goes for our relationship with God. Love must be expressed through spiritual and physical prayer. Dear brothers and sisters, in today's world everything is designed to make life easier, more comfortable. But in the spiritual life, this mentality has a destructive effect. Little by little, it leads us to negligence, spiritual coldness, and laziness. We must guard our hearts. And as soon as the desire arises to soften our spiritual efforts, we must cut off such thoughts and not rob ourselves of grace. With God, everything is precious. Everything is recorded. Even our smallest effort for Christ will be covered by His help, His mercy, and His love. We make one step toward God, and He already receives us into His embrace, already rushes to help us. So let us burn like little candles, labor for Christ, and glorify Him while the Lord gives us time and strength.